Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Something a little bit different today. I'm finally doing my go-to makeup look, which is this, which is pretty much the same makeup that I wear like every time I go out anyway, basically. It's my go-to look, and I've honestly filmed this makeup look about 4 times already, I think, and every time I talk myself out of posting it, I'm like, I'm not a makeup artist, or I'm like, oh my god, my skin looks really bad, this looks bad, oh no, I can't do that, and I just convinced myself not to post it, basically, even though like people have asked me about it, like to do one. I just always shy away from it, I don't know why, and then I just thought, obviously something I want to do, like why am I not doing it? Like, it's just stupid. And I was just sick of it. I was like, today is gonna be the day. I'm filming my makeup and I'm posting it. So here we go, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Okay, here we go. Take 5 is finally happening. We're going to Sweet House Mafia tonight, so I'll just film my go-to kind of night out makeup. I won't talk about all the products I'm using. I'll just list them all in the comments below. But here we go. I've just penciled in my eyebrows, but I haven't done anything else. So my friend's coming up. She's on her way up from back home in Wales. I live in London, for anyone that doesn't know. Yeah, she's on her way up, and then we're going to go for some food. It's really nice and sunny, which I'm glad about. And then we're going to go and see Sweet House Mafia. So my friend that's coming up is Abby, and she came on my podcast with me. The episode's on YouTube as well, so it's on my channel if you want to see her. It's called Single Struggles with Abby Markey, because she basically, like, she'll tell you herself, has like the worst luck and gets ghosted like more than anyone I know. So yeah, she came on and did an episode, which is super fun, and I wish we had time. Like, if we had time this weekend, I would have had her back on, but there was a rail strike yesterday, so she couldn't come up. So anyway, she's on her way up now. And actually, on my podcast this week, I was talking about ghosting. I'm talking about, like, how do you know when you found the one and somebody special? For those who don't know, I've got a podcast and it comes out every Tuesday on Spotify and Apple. And some episodes are on my YouTube as well if you want to check it out. But yeah, so I was talking about, like, how do you know if you found the one and stuff. And then on every episode I share a love story. And the love story I saw this week was about a woman or a girl that got jilted at the altar of her wedding. And I was like, how do you know we found the one? And I like read up on it, and I put a little poll on my Instagram and got all the answers. And then I'm like, imagine thinking you found the one and then them doing that to you. So I'll tell you the story. The girl is Welsh as well, actually, and she's called Kaylee Stead, and she was with her boyfriend for 4 years. They got engaged, they were living together. They planned their wedding. She spent her whole life savings on this wedding, so the wedding cost her £12,000. And in the run-up, she really didn't think there was anything wrong, no problems. She was just really excited for a big day. So the night before the wedding, after about 4 o'clock, she didn't speak to her groom. She was like, we already agreed not to speak to each other the night before the wedding. By the way, I tend to use my fingers for concealer, and then afterwards I'll just go on with the Beauty blender. Just because I feel like if I use a brush, then it takes the product off. Like, I prefer to just like dab it like this with a brush rather than apply the concealer with a brush. I just don't think it like sits in the same way. Anyway, so yeah, the night before the wedding is 4 o'clock, and she decides, well, they both decided they weren't going to speak to each other the night before the wedding, which is obviously quite common. So she went about her night and her day, and then she woke up 6:15 the next morning, and she wasn't on her phone much. And obviously didn't like think anything of not speaking to the groom. I mean, that's what wedding mornings are like, aren't they? You're just kind of in your own bubble. Not that I've ever got married, but you know, I've been in the bride's like room in the morning, and you're certainly not worried about talking to the groom. So everything was fine, and then the bridesmaids got a call from one of the groomsmen to say that the groom had gone for a drive the night before and hadn't come back. And they like, I just don't know what to do. Nobody could get hold of him. So the girls hid Kaylee's phone just to make sure that she didn't find out off somebody else, and just like was trying to find out the best way to tell her basically. So like behind the scenes they're all panicking while she's getting her hair and her makeup done. And then after she finished getting her makeup done and she was getting her hair done, she finds her phone and sees that she had a missed call from her groom's father, so the father-in-law. And she calls him back and he basically tells her that her boyfriend or her fiance had gone for a drive in the early hours and hadn't come back yet. But Kaylee still wasn't nervous or worried. She said that she honestly believed that he was just nervous, because in the relationship, when he was nervous or stressed out, he would just go for a drive. Well, she was like, it's fine, he'll come back, he's just going out to clear his head, obviously it's a big day. Okay, so I'm just going to start my eyes and I'll just tell you what colour I'm using here. I go with a low blow, so kind of just like the lighter colour, and I just do this around my arch of my eyes. And I just like stretch it out here to elongate my eyes. So Kaylee just carried on with her morning. She really like wasn't stressed. And then a few hours later, she gets a call from her partner's mother, so like her mother-in-law to be, and the mother is in tears, saying that she's spoken to him. She's finally managed to get hold of him, and he's not coming. He is not coming to the wedding. Like, I just can't even imagine how you would feel in that moment. Imagine being like fully ready for your big day and finding out that your partner's not coming, and also not finding out from him. Like, it's bad enough him not coming, but I would much rather hear from my partner than from his mother. Like, that's just so heartbreaking. Okay, now I'm going to go for the darker colour, so I'm just going to go for He Devil, and I'm just going to put this on the outer corners of my eye. So she said by then she was like absolutely devastated, like obviously crying, and just didn't know what to do. And also nobody could get hold of him still, like she still hadn't spoken to him. So she's obviously devastated, nobody really like knows what to do. And then the videographer said to her, why didn't you just have the day? Like, you've spent all this money, you're ready, all your family and friends here, everyone's been waiting for it. Why didn't you just go ahead? And she said, like, obviously she thought about it for a little bit, and then she was like, actually, why not? And I just think that was the best decision, because what are you going to do otherwise? Just go back and be sad all day? Like, imagine getting ready, like, out of your wedding dress and then just going home. Like, that is so much worse. So she was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, which I just love. Like, I would like to think I would do the same thing. Like, obviously she said like that the day was filled with like tears, but happy moments as well. Just think you have to make the best out of it. Like, he's already taken so much away from you. Don't let him take like the day as well, you know. Don't let him take the party, I should say. Yeah, so I've just gone around the corners of my eye with a darker colour, and then because I'm going out tonight, I'm going to use a shimmer. So I'm going to go for the Dirty Talk shimmer, which is like the darker one. And then I just put, like I do this with any shimmer, I'll just put it on the middle of my eye, just where it catches the light, so I don't put it all over. So just kind of dab it in the centre. Okay, next I'm gonna go with a wing, and from my past videos I already know that I'm probably not gonna be able to talk when I do this, because I just can't multitask when I do this winged eyeliner. Like, every time I filmed it goes so wrong, so I'm really just gonna try and focus on this one. When I do it usually in my everyday life, it's fine. I just think the pressure of doing it on camera gets to me. yeah, I kind of do like a half wing, so I start like halfway on my eye and then just bring it out into a little flick. Okay, next up I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and I saw a thing on TikTok the other day saying like me doing my makeup in 2015 or no 2005 or something, and it showed them heating the eyelash curler, and I was like personally attacked. I was like, I still do my makeup like that, is it not cool anymore? It just makes your eyelashes stay up. Like, I didn't even know it was a trend. I didn't know anyone else did it. I just remember my sister doing it when I was younger and I just copied her. But obviously be careful, don't come at me if you burn. But I basically just heat the eyelash curler up with a hairdryer just for a couple of seconds and then curl them, because it's kind of just like when you curl your hair, you just need a bit of heat for it to stay. And this is like my biggest hack. So I don't care if it's old school, I like it. I also always test on my lips because my lips are sensitive. It's a bit weird, but I feel like if my lips can handle it, then my eyes definitely will. Okay, so back to Kaylee. She decides to go ahead with the day, spruces herself up, and she said that she never wanted to see the ceremony room and she never saw it all day. I guess, like, I actually remember on my sister's wedding day us seeing the ceremony room for the first time and we both cried. I think there's something quite special like about the room. But anyway, she said she never wanted to see that, so she sent friends and family to go and break the news basically to the guests of what happened. The groom's closest family members left. Some of the groomsmen stayed. I think obviously by then they would have been like joint friends. But yeah, they basically said they were going to go ahead with the day. They broke the news for Kaylee, and then rather than walk down the aisle and stuff, obviously, she just decided to walk around the corner of the venue in her dress. And they asked her to pick a song for her to walk in on, now, like as you would if it was your wedding. And she chose Lizzo, Good as Hell, which is just like an absolute anthem to walk into. Like, she said that she resonated with the words and she walked in with her girls dancing, and yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. I saw the pictures. I'll link the article on Wales Online so you can see, and I talk about it in Tuesday's episode. But she went ahead with it. She said it was a super fun day, obviously lots of tears, but like they still had speeches. She made a little speech and she danced, and yeah, she just had a fun time. To this day, well, I'm assuming still to this day, she's put the stuff on TikTok like the other week and she didn't say there any changes. So as far as I'm aware, she never heard from the guy. Like, it's one thing to be ghosted, which is like what I was saying, that like my friend always says she's ghosted. That's one thing, to be ghosted by a stranger or to be ghosted by somebody you've gone on one date with. Imagine getting ghosted by a partner of 4 years. That's actually traumatizing. Like, hats off to her. She's gone viral on TikTok, so I imagine she's getting like all the best pep talks in the world from strangers online, which sometimes makes you feel better. I've also since seen, when I googled the story to do it, to like reread it for the recording, I saw that like Phil and Holly have donated her £2,000 for her honeymoon because she had to cancel it, obviously. There's a GoFundMe page which has got like 7 grand on it. I'll try and find it. If I find it, I'll put the link down below as well for you. And she's like coming up trumps, which is amazing, because how the hell do you get over that? Like, the girl is gonna need therapy. The groom is obviously going through something. Like, to be with somebody 4 years and to flat out ghost them on the day of your wedding, you're going through some shit, and I have no doubt that he's out there feeling awful, especially now that it's all over the internet and stuff. Like, I have no doubt that he feels bad, but couldn't you have sent a text at the very least? Like, I would be so offended if I got a text from Matt on the day of our wedding saying, I'm not coming. I would be like, well, all you can do is text me. I'd be so offended. But if it was like, would you rather have a text off him or nothing? Obviously, I'm gonna go for the text. Send like a voice note. send a message saying sorry, like anything, to ghost somebody. Somebody that's been in your life like for that long. How would you do that to somebody? Like, that's just another level, an absolute another level. Like, actually gobsmacked at it, I can't even believe it. Okay, sorry, so I'm just contouring. This is actually the Bobbi Brown foundation, but I use that as the base to contour, and then I'm just using the Refy bronzer today. I also got these brushes from, I think they're from PLT. They're the Peaches brushes. They're only cheap, but they're really, really good. Like, they're really soft. This one's really nice for like blusher and blending. And I never do wear like any other contouring like under here, but I should try it really. Okay, I'm gonna go for the under eye. Obviously I'm not a makeup artist, by the way, but this is just how I do my makeup. I'm just gonna dampen this. I'm literally so lazy that I just damp my beauty blender by just like tipping water wherever I am. I open my mouth when I'm doing this, like, why do we do that? I just know I'm gonna be looking back being like, why? Like, I literally don't want to do it all the time. It's so stupid. And then I just go in with the pop one, and I got this in a lighter colour because that's the colour, the same concealer that I use all over my face. So I got this in a lighter shade. And then I just dab this on with my finger. I've got dark circles today. I woke up, I've been waking up early all weekend actually. Like, because I work full time, on a weekend is like when I do the podcast stuff, so I still try and get up early and do as much as I can. Because time is just flying by at the minute. The fact it's October now, like, genuinely scares me and freaks me out. Like, I don't understand that we're in October already. Then I'm going to bake, so I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I just, tap a bit in the lid and then put this on the brush. On the beauty blender, sorry. And bake that under. Also, like, I do all this because after I curl my eyes, I try and keep them without any product on for like as long as possible. I think when you start to put mascara on it, if they're not fully dried up, then it just makes them drop straight away. So that's why, like, I do all this before even touching the mascara. And then I just use a little bit of powder there, and then I just bring it down on my smile lines, which are very real these days. I mean, rather smile lines than frown lines, but I feel like at least with frown lines, Botox gets rid of them really easily. Smile lines, I'm afraid of getting anything new because obviously Botox numbs your muscles, and I'm afraid, but they come in, like, they are coming. I see them and I don't want them, but they come in. If anyone's got any tips, please let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the first layer of mascara. I just use like the driest one here, and I go just from the root to the tip quite lightly. I'm all about like layering my mascaras because you don't want to clump, and I just like, obviously, my lashes to look as long as possible. So I'm just going from the root to the tip. Let me know if you have ghosted anyone, by the way, because like, I had a message the other day on Instagram from a girl. I just went on my Instagram on a little bit of men are trash mode. It was the day that the Adam Levine and Bahati Prinsloo news came out. It was like the Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian like episode came out. It was just like a bad week for men in general. That's my friend, hang on. Guys, I answered my phone to my friend just then and forgot to press re-record, so I'm just stepping in you because Abby has convinced me that I shouldn't delete the whole thing and I should just post it and be honest. So I'm just stepping in to show you the bits that I missed out. It's basically just blusher, so it's easy enough to pick up on. I use the Nars Taj Mahal blusher because I love like the orangey, bronzy look, and I basically just apply it all on my cheeks, bridge my nose and up here, and it's like really shimmery, gives you like a really nice tan. So I just use this, the Refy cream bronzer, which you've like seen me use, and then a bit of gold highlighter, which I just put up here and in the corners of my eye. The gold highlighter I use is actually from Beauty Pie because my sister has a subscription. I haven't got a subscription, so I'm going to find one and list it below for you. Find a good one. The one I used to use was the Charlotte Tilbury one actually, so maybe I'll just link that. That's really good. And yeah, sorry, this is my first makeup video, in case you can't tell. It won't happen again. And I think I was talking about ghosting and the message I got, and basically I was just saying how ghosting is bad, even though I've done it myself. But I was also asking you guys if you had any stories. So if you want more on the ghosting and the dating talks, then obviously come and listen to my podcast because that's where I talk about it all in detail. And now I'm going to continue the makeup tutorial where I'm just finishing off with my lips. So all you missed out on was the blusher, and I just put a bit more mascara on. I basically just layer my mascara like root to tip. So yeah, that's it. So this is my favourite, it's the Morphe Sweet Tea. I usually buy it in twos, like whenever I buy it, because it sells out all the time. And then I use the Morphe Commit lipstick. I used to use Maquillage and I discontinued it. I was absolutely devastated. So this is actually quite a good match. I thought it was really dark when I first used it, but I think I just got used to it now. And then I use the MAC Peach Stock and I just put this in the middle just to lighten up the scent a bit. And then I do the same with the lip gloss. This is the Rihanna Fenty Glow in Gloss Bomb. Smells amazing. And then I just put a little bit of that in the middle as well. And I think that is it. A little bit more mascara, always. This is my favourite one, but this is just a Maybelline one. You've probably seen it because I think it went like viral on TikTok and stuff. But it's really, really good. So this one and the Charlotte Tilbury one I like, actually, the purple, like the original Charlotte Tilbury in the dark purple tube. Those are probably my two favourite mascaras that I've ever used. I do like the Too Faced one as well. I've tried like all the mascaras, so hit me up if you need any mascara tips. Okay, so that's it. This is my go-to makeup. I'm actually going to spray. I've got this Smashbox setting spray which I'm going to use. And that's it. I'm very excited. The sun is back out. I think it only went in for a little minute, so we're good. My friend is on the tube so far. She's okay, she's anxious, but I've got her on the right tube, so we're okay. And yeah, I'm excited to go out for some food and drinks and then the Sweet House Mafia tonight. So that's it. I'm going to do these videos every Sunday because I love doing my makeup and I love chatting, and a couple of people have asked me to do the makeup before, so finally doing it. And yeah, I'll give like a little teaser to what's coming on the podcast every week as well, and we can talk about the love story. So if you've got a love story to send me, please DM me, comment below, send me an email, or if you've got a makeup look that you want me to try, then come and let me know. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you want to see more.